Hey everybody, welcome to Tokyo. That right there is the Gundam factory. We say Gundam in Japanese. It looks like Gundam. I'm not a huge fan of it, but this is one attraction that I was hoping would never go away, but it's just in a position in Yokohama that is really unique, and I'm sure they're going to be building something there. They actually extended this attraction by another year because of the pandemic. A lot of people didn't come to see because of the corona, everything that happened over the last couple of years. But this attraction is ending in just a couple of weeks, which is crazy to me. This is the website. I just wanted to go over this and show it to you because I'll change it to English. Won't stop just yet was their headline, and they continued it to go on until, this year, March 31st, which is coming up really quick. And if you are coming to Japan at this time, I would recommend stopping here. I'm not, this isn't a sponsored video or anything like this. It's just one of those unique attractions that if I didn't tell you about it to go and see it, you would miss. I'm sure they'll build something else because the demand for something like this is huge. But the event period and the time to get tickets and all of this, they might sell out in the last month. So that's why another reason I think that something you want to keep an eye out if you are coming here. You can get the tickets online. If you are thinking of going to Yokohama, or this is something that your family is interested in, it's not going to be there April 1st, which a lot of people are coming here for the Tokyo cherry blossoms. I thought it was a pretty unique experience, and I'll talk about this as well. But the website is right here. It's got everything, including the tickets that you can buy there. I'm not a huge fan of anime and manga and all this stuff. But some of you that are living in Japan are interested in Japan are like, are you crazy? Why are you even there at all? Because Japan is a country that's more than just subculture, okay? There's a lot of other reasons why I'm here, which includes this neighborhood, which is just an amazing place. Let me show you again some of the things that I saw when I went to go see this mobile suit Gundam, which is so cool. The thing that separates this from the one in Odaiba is that it actually moves. It goes in and outside of its cage. And look, some people say that JAXA and the Japanese government is in on this. This is like one of the self-defense forces weapons. I can neither confirm nor deny it. All I know is that when it went there, it moved pretty darn good, all right? This is like one of these things. Here, let me bring it up full screen for you. It's like one of these things, look at the steam coming out of it, first of all. I don't know if that was generated, by a steam machine or it's actually the robot blasters warming up. But I would say to Japan's enemies, do not attack. You would not survive these things. They're massive and they look like they have all sorts of things. On the right side, you see up on the upper deck, there's an upper deck ticket that you can get. I don't know if I recommend that or not. If you're a big fan of it, you can go and get that ticket, and you can see eye level with the mobile suit Gundam. You got to go up the steps. Maybe there's an elevator. I didn't do that. I didn't see the reason to want to go up there and get platform tickets. I think it was another $30 or something like that. It's quite a bit. Here, here's a picture of it. You can see up there on the platform, there are people up there, which is kind of cool, right? I don't know. What do you guys think here? Here it is as well. I came in the morning. It wasn't very crowded. You can see there's not a lot of people around. Let me push the play button. It's on an isolated part of Yokohama. I say isolated because it's out on a pier. But it's really close to Chinatown, which is another reason why this is such a great location. But I guess they're going to be building something here. I'm not sure. It's Japan's version of Iron Man. But I don't want you guys to miss this if you're here, just because it's kind of cool. You feel the Japanese subculture when you do go to something like this. I don't know any other places that have built something like this either. You make something that's people's here's another one from the ground level, make people's fantasies come true kind of a thing. It's just kind of cool. I don't think I took this with the actual event. I took it with my other camera in case I make a video about about robots in Japan. I wanted to make sure I had background video on it because before it's gone, who knows if this is ever going to come back again, right? But it's super cool. Look at that. Every detail of the parts on this thing is moving. here's where it is. You can see it in relationship to Tokyo, which is on the top there. You see Chiba, Kawaguchi. That's Tokyo up there on the very north of the bay. And then down south, I even marked it here, Gundam Factory Yokohama. And let me just show you the location. I'll just pull it in here. Yokohama in general is a place that I think a lot of international tourists do not schedule a day to come down here, and I think that's a big mistake. Tokyo's really crowded. This is a place, in particular, if you're, look at it, it looks like some sort of, there's nothing around it, and it really is very much like this. Sandrock writes in here, have you made Gundam model? No, I haven't made anything with Gundam, okay? As I said, I'm not a huge fan, but when you go to something like this, you kind of can get interested into it. It's just really cool that Japan made something like this. Look, they have, I'm going to show you what the ones in Odaiba that'll still be around. Look at it. It's like this open place. They restricted, it was really popular when it first came out, but they restricted the amount of people that can go in there. It can house quite a bit of people, but I think there's times where it sells out, the tickets do. You might want to get there a little bit before the show, but you can go up the steps. You see them on the left side. I was up on the steps standing there, or on the second platform, but it's kind of out of the way. You see there, there's Tokyo. Yeah, you know, Gundam is such another reason why it's very important for what I do to know about Gundam is that it's culturally significant that the space program here in Japan, JAXA, which is Japan's NASA, JAXA, recently sending a robot to the moon. They named some of their projects after Gundam, and you know it's funny because it's the equivalency to like Star Wars. It's quite culturally important to Japanese. This is an anime and a manga that came out decades ago, but it's just so cool. It's so, I don't know, like when you watch it a little bit, it's kind of a neat thing, but it's still not my cup of tea. I got a lot of other stuff to do than to watch it. Is the microphone covered? I don't think so. I'm using the iPhone, so maybe it's not as good as the other microphones. Sorry about that. That's all I really had on this. I wanted to share with you my experience when I went there. Here's the Gundam at Diver City. This is going to still be there, but this is the first one. It's been there for well over a decade. I'd say maybe 15 years when Diver City opened up, and it hasn't really it doesn't really move that much. It's changed cosmetically, or they've brought in other ones over the years. So I'm not sure. This looks like the older one maybe, but I remember when everybody was going there, I go, this is the coolest thing in the world. And then they did what they did in Yokohama, and it took it to a whole new another level. So I'm guessing like it would be good to go see this one, but I got a feeling they'll probably do something now before 2030 that's even like more off the charts crazy cool. So if that's something you wanted to plan into your trip, just keep in mind it's not going to be here past March 31st, and I'm kind of sad about that. Yeah. Any questions? If you have any and you want to share a story about this, please do write in the comments below. This is a social media, and I like hearing back from you all. Do you think they should try to extend it or just move it to another location? I would love to see them take it away from Yokohama and put it out in the countryside. Look, the Ghibli Museum is a good example where if you put something out there, like Mitaka is like really kind of like out there in Tokyo, it's not really central, but when you put something out, people go to it, and it really does help the local economy. And I'm sure that it also the price for the rent and everything is driven down. I'm not sure there's a young workforce out there in the countryside, but it would definitely make an impact. Put it someplace like Tochigi or someplace up in Ibaraki. I think that'd be pretty cool. The JAXA museum is the space museum is up in Ibaraki, which is in Tsukuba, which is I guess it's Ibaraki, but it's like Tokyo's science city because it's so close to Tokyo. A lot of the scientific intellectuals go and study at the Tsukuba University up there, which is why they had this Tsukuba express train that leaves from Akihabara through Asakusa, and you can go up to Tsukuba. That's it's like putting all the smart scientific people connected to the city. And maybe they should put the Gundam mobile suit robot factory up there, which I think would be pretty cool. Originally, Yokohama Gundam factory was supposed to open from 2019 to 2020. Yeah, it was only supposed to be for a year. It was going to be like this pop-up thing. and then they kept it around. And I didn't go the whole time because of the pandemic and everything, and it wasn't until last month that I got a chance to go there for a couple of hours. I walked there from the hotel. I was staying at Minato Mirai at the Pier 8 area, which is a brand new hotel complex. I thought it was a pretty interesting couple of hours to walk over there, get some exercise, get some sun. It was a much warmer day, like today. Yesterday was freezing. We had some snow, and now the sun is out and it's kind of warm. So it's weird. It feels like spring is starting to break. Yes, Leo is speaking. That's another thing. We'll see if we can get him on the live stream, but we're not really putting him on social media too much. Every now and then, actually, it's sort of like our home videos when we do that. Jesse, thank you for asking about that. We do put Leo in some of the videos because it's also a good memory for us. It's also like our home videos. Sometimes we can always watch Leo's growth on the show just like you can by replaying what we see. But we're also very sensitive that the fact that he's just a little kid, and anybody who gets on social media, it's not a good idea to put your kids on social media so much. And I'm kind of at it. I'm like a lot of you parents that might be in their, I'm a older parent. Maybe I'm 50 now, but perhaps I just see like maybe some more risks of putting your kids up on social media than someone who might be 20 years younger than me. Maybe, I don't know, but every parent's different. Kimono Mom, her daughter, who's so cute, is always in their social media, and I don't think I could do that with Leo. I don't know, but who knows? Times change and he grows up, and then perhaps he'll be speaking more and want to do it. But I'll let him decide if he wants to or not. Right. Thanks again. Oh, Nightbot, thanks for plugging the postcard club. That's all I really have for you today. But I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think about these attractions. Should Yokohama, should the GUNDAM Mobile Suit Factory be in Yokohama? Should the GUNDAM Mobile Suit Factory be in Tokyo? Should they move it out to the countryside? Should they do something different? What are your ideas? I'd love to hear, because there's a lot of really big fans of the series, and I would love to get your idea. We tried to get 3 of them, but managed. I'm seeing some of the comments coming here. So many kids are gonna sue their influencer parents. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about that too. But I think for kids, it's really hard to get. You have to think about that. You have to really consider it. I understand if you're a family, it's hard to separate the social media side of it, because this is my job. Also, it's my job. It's not Leo's job. So Kanai and Leo, my wife and son, don't have to be in the videos. They're not the focus unless it's a family-driven thing. I leave it up to them, and I kind of follow in Greg Lamb's footsteps. He's a good friend of mine, life where I'm from. He has kids that are older, and some of them want to be in sometimes they want to be in it, and sometimes they don't, and he respects that, and I like that too. So it's up to each parent and the parenting style, I suppose. Yeah, and I'm kind of sad because this is the kind of attraction that Leo would just absolutely love, right? Leo would absolutely love something like this, but he's just not old enough to really appreciate the magnitude or the story yet. But hopefully, if I make a video about robots, this will help to inspire him. There's a lot of cool things with this robot that I filmed with my 8K camera, actually. So you'll probably see this again in a robot episode coming on Only in Japan soon. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for bearing with me on this. Again, it's not like something that's sponsored or anything like that. I just think that this is an opportunity that I don't want y'all to miss if you know about it. And this channel gives you news. It kind of gives you updates on what's going on around here. All right, everybody. Mata ne. I'll leave you with some GUNDAM images. Let me see what's my favorite one here. Oh, here's one of Yokohama. There you go. This is the view just from the GUNDAM, the pier there, and there's the landmark tower, which used to be Japan's tallest building. It's got some earthquake-proofing structures on the top of it, a ball that swings against the earthquake to help balance the building. It's a really unique view, I thought, just from here, going out onto the pier. And there's the Ferris wheel at Minato Mirai. Yokohama's such a beautiful strolling city along the harbor. You can walk all the way from GUNDAM and Chinatown all the way to Minato Mirai where the Ferris wheel is. And it's a pretty cool experience. Mata ne.